in the freedom struggle, and because of them, and obviously many other leaders and fighters, that we obtained our freedom. Now that freedom is a physical freedom, is a geographical freedom. Now another freedom struggle is on, which is to make India economically independent, make India, say, in the number 3 in world economy. We want to achieve 5 trillion, $5 trillion US dollar economy in, say, in next 3 to 4 years. Now we are at around $3.6 trillion. So that another struggle is on, another freedom struggle on the economic front is on. We want to be number 1, but to achieve that we are at present number 5 or 6, along with UK, Britain, and Germany, UK, France, and Germany. So our struggle is on, and our women employees in Andreol are also hand in hand working with their male counterparts to make Andreol financially sound and economically progressive. So in this struggle of economy and in the physical struggle of obtaining the independence of India, women had a great contribution. So I, on behalf of all the employees of Andreol and the management of Andreol, pay up my obeisance to all those women who contributed in the freedom struggle and also contributing now in the economic independence of India and the growth and prosperity of Andreol itself. Thank you so much. Over to SK Pandey.
Thank you, sir, for such kind words. Now I would like to introduce our today's speaker. Today's speaker on the contribution of women in freedom struggle of India is Dr. Shahnaz Mirza. She is a principal trainer in soft skill and behavioral training. She is a PG diploma in clinical psychology from Patna University, B.Ed, M.Ed from Patna University. She has a PhD in psychology from Patna University. She has also a UGC research fellow from Patna University and MA in psychology from Patna University. She is a management professional with nearly 30 plus years of rich expertise in managing academic programs, providing professional education and shop floor training, and clinical psychologist. Dr. Mirza's aim is to teach, inspire, and motivate professional minds, be it front-line managers, middle-level officers, or senior management teams. She was awarded as Academic of the Year by Idealize 2011. She has received Certificate of Rehabilitation Psychologist under the section of Rehabilitation Council of India Act 1992 in November 2001. She has done numerous programs on personality development, stress management, business communication, women empowerment, work balance life, women leadership, etc. She has trained IPS officers on conflict management at LNMI, CISF officers on stress management. She has delivered series of training and research papers on stress management at Patna University and also on lifestyle skills at Government Women's College. She has trained postal staff on soft skills under Project Arrow. She has conducted training program on stress management for Bihar Institute of Public Administration and Rural Development, BPAD. Now, to move further of this session, I hand over the mic to Ms. Rosie Francis, Consultant Hummingbird. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so very much for the introduction, and thank you so very much for inaugurating, sir. And I'll ask Ms. Dr. Shahnaz Mirza to start the session. Over to you, madam.
Rose, just hold on. Before we take this, because this is last of the webinar of this series. So, just as Mr. A.K. Ghosh has rightly said, that celebrating the glorious past, the glorious culture, history of India, this kind of webinars, the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is going to continue this. So, hats off to the current government and the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi, who has coined this idea that we should be celebrating our rich heritage, our culture, and the progress that we have made in the last 75 years. So, and so beautifully, the program has been designed. The first program we have talked about the idea at 75. The second point we talked about action at 75, where we talked about the Swachh Bharat mission. The last program we talked about, this the development part of it, the resolve at 75. And today, we are going to talk about the freedom fighters and more so about the women's contributions, because women's, I personally feel that they are or they were the unsung heroes of the independence movement. Okay, so many of the women who have contributed hugely, and as the MD sir, Mr. Sanjoy has rightly pointed out that we cannot undermine the contribution of women. You know, forget about the freedom movement, but also about the economic movement which is going on at our home front also. The kind of support that the modern women are providing to us. But what is important today is that we have, and I must also thank Shri A.K. Ghosh, that in spite of his busy schedule, he has, taken the pain of joining this session. Hats off to you, sir. And welcome to you to this session. This, involvement from the CMD, sir, from you and all the dignitaries, this elevate the importance of these particular sessions, that how important you are seeing from the organization perspective, that these sessions are very, very, very important. So as Mr. Satyendra has said about Dr. Shanaz Mirza, we have taken we have asked her to deliver this session today, because apart from what Mr. Satyendra has said, Dr. Mirza has been continuously working on women empowerment. She has been part of various NGOs. She has been connected with many organizations which is taking care of the women empowerment, diversity and inclusiveness and all that. She's a social scientist. She does a lot of research and submit the research papers to various governmental agencies also, so that some of the initiatives can be taken where the women's contributions can be recognized and appreciated. I can guarantee you that today's sessions will be a very, very vital sessions for you. What is important is not that we should be understanding that what is the role that the women have played in the in the freedom movement, but today Dr. Mirza will also be highlighting about that what the idea of freedoms from the women's perspective. What are the changing mindset? How are changing mindset where we as a parent, we as a son, how we are contributing and seeing that our daughters are coming forward. They should come forward. We should ensure that any girls who is working in our organizations, they are the daughters of somebody. Someday our own daughters will be embarking into their own careers. They will be embarking in their own journey. So how we have to create an inclusive culture where we embrace everybody as a part of our long-term plan. And listen, in any society, or the target that the PM Modi has said of the $5 trillion, this is doable. How it is doable? We are including the entire society, the biggest chunk of the women, and they are empowered today. They are educated today. If they are being brought into the system, if they are welcome into the systems, they are going to create a lot of impact, and they will help us in realizing the $5 trillion. So over to you, ma'am, and thank you so very much to all my guests, all the dignitaries. So over to you, and I'm sure that you will enjoy the session. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, all of you, and most welcome. And being a woman, I do realize that not only women, but of course the males have also contributed a lot. But the thing is that mostly when we turn the pages of history, males are given more prominence as compared to women. But today, that opportunity has been given to me to highlight the importance of women their role which they played during independence and fought for this very great country, our own country, India, and got the freedom. The freedom was not so very easy. It was so very difficult. But the women do made us realize, all of you, that now we can do anything. And in the past, let us see the contributions made by those women or female freedom fighters to get freedom from the Britishers, of course, no doubt. Gandhiji is there, Nehru is there, and Bal, Pal, and so many personalities were there. And they are given so much prominence. But today the day has come, as I'm again repeating, that we must recall those days where the women fought side by side along with their male counterparts to play an important role in getting freedom. So let us turn the pages of history. And one thing more, we have to do further research study also, because we know perhaps only 80% or 90%, so many women, they have not come out from the wheel. They are hidden. So they have also to be discovered. But how to be discovered? Of course, with the effort of research work. So in this very field, research is going on. And maybe in the future, some more great personalities of the past during freedom struggle will come out. So may I ask you to please have a look on Rani Lakshmi Bai. Let us start with Rani Lakshmi Bai. So Rani Lakshmi Bai, who don't know her, a great freedom fighter. We see her photograph with a sword in her hand, and it indicates that how much brave this lady was. In her confrontation with the British, she was a sign of courage, patriotism, self-respect, perseverance, and generosity. Yes, when Rani took birth and she was only 4 years old, she lost her mummy. So the upbringing was with the hands of her father, and father brought her up, and she gradually became more and more brave enough, not only towards studies. She showed her interest, and of course she was pursuing her studies, but apart from that, she was also having so many martial art skills in her. She was a great fighter. She was also interested in fencing, and of course, one thing more, she was a horse rider. And she showed all these things during the War of Independence, how she fought with the opponents, with the Britishers, and when she was when she got married, she gave birth to a son, to a male boy, but only for 4 months he was alive. Then after that, her husband, Gangadhar Rao, he took a son from his cousin, and he was named Anandarao. Later, Anandarao was given the name of Damodar, and Damodar played a very important role. When Rani was having a tussle, a brave fight, she tied her son Damodar on her back, and she fought that very war so very fearlessly, and she showed her that how much she had self-respect in her, honor in her. We salute to that very great lady who, when she died, breathed her last, asked her those very army men that the English should not touch her body. and ultimately she died, but still she is remembered, and a very great lady, no doubt, with so much confidence in her, with so much honor in her, with